Hi, welcome to Queens Talking Reality. I'm Farron, this is
Elisa.
Please like, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Today we'll be recapping, talking the tea, the gossip, the drama, everything about Housewives of Potomac. We're about to go live.
Watch us now.
Hey.
Hey, we are back. Queens Talking Reality. And as you saw by the introduction, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, comment button, comment. And let's jump right into it. Potomac, Season 7, Episode 8, Queen versus Queen.
It should be Queen versus Ratchetness.
Okay.
Well, that's what that sounds like. Queen versus Queen. Maya.
And who was the Queen versus Queen? I guess it was Maya and
what's her face? Wendy. Queen. But Maya a queen in this
yeah, they could have came up with a better title.
It should be Ratchetness, the Professor versus the Ratchet. Oh, I don't know. Something else.
Yeah.
Right into it. It's Queen versus Queen.
Yeah, so it starts out with Maya going in on Karen when Karen comes to the van. And she's like, Karen, but you didn't have my back. What do you think?
Well, in that situation, I put myself in Karen's situation. She was neutral because she is friends with Wendy. She is friends with Mia. And she said they kept saying they were both wrong. And I kept thinking, like, how was Wendy wrong in this situation?
I know. That's what I didn't like.
Wrong?
Exactly.
And Mia is still stuck on, I threw the drink in Wendy's face because she was talking about my husband. Wendy says, and again, maybe I missed it. I got to play it back. But Wendy went in on Mia after Mia threw the drink in her face. That's what I remember. I remember Wendy going in and talk about, oh, you see, I don't know if she said you were sleeping with Peter before she threw the drink or after.
After. It was after. All of that was after. Wendy was taking it kind of light.
So I think at the time when she threw her face, the water in her face, Wendy didn't say anything that was justifiable for her to get a drink thrown in her face. So when Karen was playing the fence, they call it, I feel like she was saying Mia she was wrong, but when she was around Mia, she was like, oh, you guys were both wrong. But when she was around Wendy, she's saying Mia was wrong. When she's around Wendy, I didn't hear see both guys were wrong. I think when
I felt like she wasn't saying anybody was. I felt like she kept saying they both were wrong. It wasn't even like she was saying, like, it was like they both. That's what they all kept saying. Like one wrong doesn't make it right. I don't like people like that. Like, I don't know. I think it's like a cop out, and it's not good for TV. Like, as for me, for a watcher, and even in real life, like, had I been Robin and Gizelle, I just feel like, why can't they just keep it real? Like, and just say they don't like Wendy. Just say, like, and I know Robin did say that in the confessional, but it was almost like the producer had to, like, pull it out of her. Like, yeah, but and when the producer said to her, like, but you don't like Wendy. And then Robin said, yeah, I don't like Wendy, but just keep it, like, why does it have to be, like, extracted from you and pulled from you? To me, if that were me, and let's say, like, even if you were dead wrong and you splashed somebody that I don't like in the face, I would be very, like, I would be laughing. I would bask in the glory of water getting thrown in someone's face that I don't like. It's not like she got hit by a truck. I wouldn't want harm done to someone that I don't like. But if a little water was splashed in her face, in my adversary's face, I would be happy. Like, I don't understand, why is Gizelle and Robin acting like, oh, they both were wrong. Like Maya was really right in the situation, and Wendy provoked it. Like, just stand 10 toes down, say you don't like Wendy, and you're glad that water was splashed in her face. What's the problem?
Well, Robin said that, Gizelle didn't say anything, but when I thought about it, I was like, if I was in that situation and something happened, like you said, water was splashed on someone's face, I would have been happy too.
That's
And
what I'm
that's what I
saying.
think at the end when Robert was saying, like, I don't like Wendy. So because they were saying how she was comparing Monique's situation when she had yanked Candiace by the hair compared to this situation. This was the situation when Monique was more physical. We get it. But an altercation, a physical altercation, a physical altercation. So she was trying to explain that, well, I don't like Wendy. They were saying
the producer kind of like had to pull it out of her though. She didn't just come out and say it. It was almost like the producer was like, come on, girl, like stop, like you don't like this, what I'm saying, like come on, girl, stop it. You don't like Wendy. And then Robin said, yeah, I don't like her. Like keep it, just say that. They
were trying to have Robin justify why she felt Mia was right in the situation. As much as social media is bashing Robin and Gizelle, if you in that situation and you're like somebody, you probably would have felt the same way. I'd probably be behind closed door, be like, girl, you know that was wrong, but I'm happy you threw that one in her face. But
I would have said it right in the camera. I would have been gloating about it. I probably would have laughed. I would have snickered a little bit, like as the water got thrown in her face. I would have laughed about it. But I think what's making it worse is Robin and they just seeming like hypocrites. Robin and Gizelle, they're just seeming like hypocrites to me by saying that Wendy was provoking the situation. It's almost like
they make an excuse as to why they saying Mia.
That's what I'm saying, but it's stupid excuses. Like plain as day, we all saw that Mia is wrong. Like, why can't you just say that and say you were happy water got thrown in Wendy's face? It's just making it worse when they're denying the fact that they don't, like, that's not the main reason and the only reason that.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Just say the main and only reason. Don't make excuses and say, "Oh, Wendy was wrong. She provoked you. Provoking her. What you're saying is wrong." Like, come on. Like, Wendy didn't do nothing wrong. And I think the same thing goes for Karen also. Like, I would hate, even if you are friends with both parties, there's nothing wrong with telling the person that they're wrong. Like, just say it. Like, there's nothing wrong with just telling your friend that they're wrong, even if you got to do it behind closed doors.
Well, Karen does it, but she does this half-ass. It's kind of like she's saying to me, you were wrong, but Wendy was wrong too. It's not like, girl, you were wrong, and that's it. She's trying to. I know Karen ahead knows Mia's totally wrong, but because she knows the type of person she is, you have that type of friend that never wants to hear that they're wrong, and they want, like Karen says, she feels like Mia's the kind of person that, regardless she's wrong or right, she wants her to always back her. She's known Mia for a long time. She brought Mia into the social. She knows the type of friend she's dealing with. So I think she didn't want to just say, Mia, you're totally wrong. It's kind of like, well, you were wrong, but you know what? Wendy was wrong too, trying to appease Mia. Instead of saying, girl, you were wrong. Wendy didn't really do anything. That water wasn't justifiable. I'm not a fan of Ashley, but I loved her in this episode.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. At least Ashley's just taking a stance. She don't care what anyone thinks. She's not straddling on the fence. She doesn't care. Hi, Joanne Brennan. She said, hello, gorgeous ladies. I had a hard time getting on to your live. Hopefully no one else is having a hard time.
Yeah, and I like, hi, Joanne. And I also like the fact that later on in the episode, you see that Ashley in the confessional mentioned how Giselle's being a hypocrite.
But we all know that. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the problem. Like, she's seeming like a hypocrite, but really the bottom line is that she doesn't like Wendy. Just say that. So we won't seem like you are being a hypocrite. The main reason is you just don't like Wendy. But yeah, so Robin, it's just like, and another thing, like they went into another part of the scene where they all felt like Karen should have diffused the situation as if she's obligated to be a mediator.
Yeah, like because she plays that role all the time. Why? Because she's sitting in the middle. I would not.
Me neither.
I think she was like, okay, lady, she didn't say that at all.
I think she did, but I like, why would they even don't think I'm obligated? Are you going to obligate me to playing a mediator if I'm sitting back? I don't need to do that. You do it.
Exactly. And it was happening so fast. I don't think they would have listened to Karen anyway. It was
I don't think so
going
either.
On that I don't see. If you're saying Karen on her own is going to stop both women, why nobody else on the table try to stop it? I don't know why they put that responsibility on Karen. If
exactly
such dear friends.
Yeah, and then like Gizelle kept kind of like instigating the situation, like telling Mia like that was wrong. How Karen is, you know, that she didn't take up for your husband and all of that other stuff. It was like, they just don't like Karen. Gizelle and Robin don't like Wendy. But instead of just saying that, they almost seem, to me, it does seem like hypocrites. But I really don't think that they're hypocrites. I just believe that, listen, they don't like Wendy. They don't, and Gizelle have a problem with Karen. Like, they don't get along. Like, that's what it is.
But they're not saying it.
Yeah. So they're back at the house, and then that's when what's her name? Wendy says that she's leaving.
So before that, Wendy really was going in. She was like, I don't care about this professor shit. Remember that part?
Yes.
I'm like, ooh, child, Professor Wendy? Ooh. She said, I don't care because the real Wendy, I'm like, oh my God, she was going off. She forgot about her title as professor.
I think she did, but I think she was just talking. That's why I didn't even think it was important to me. I felt like she's talking just crap. Like, if you're going to go to the house, beat ass, like, okay, what happened when you went to the house? Go. She should be stomping around like how Monique was, how she was like acting like freaking like a beast. And she was like wanting to find Candiace to finish her off. Like, I don't understand why wasn't, Wendy stomping around the house looking for Mia to finish her.
I guess they did calm her down because you could see the producer talking. They did calm her down. And again, in the heat of the moment,
she wasn't going to do nothing.
No, I don't think she was going to do anything either.
Exactly.
She threw a wall in your face. You didn't do anything. She threw a purse in your face. You didn't do anything. All of a sudden, now you want to bust up your chest like you're going to do something back in the house. I was all talk.
That's what I said. I was like, oh boy. And then she's like, oh, I'm glad that I had my curly weave on, because if I would have had my straight wig, girl, you wouldn't have did nothing with the straight wig, the curly wig, the afro wig. Stop.
Yeah, I don't think she's scared of Mia though. I don't think it's fear that stopped her. Like some people say, oh, Wendy's scared of Mia. I don't think it's fear that stopped her. I think she's just not about that life of fighting and getting physical. There's some women that's never been in a fight and they don't even know how to react to some physical altercation. I don't know Wendy's story. I don't think she's a fighter. Like Karen's like, oh, I don't know how to fight. And when something like that happens, you're in your 40s and something like that happened, you're like, oh, what do I do? Like, oh my God, you're just like shocked because you've never experienced that type of situation. Compared to somebody who's been in multiple fights, they're just ready to stop and they react. Like the reaction is different from somebody who's confrontational, who's been in conflict, knows how to fight, who's reactive. I think with Wendy, it was like, whoo, like, oh, okay. And then now you realize you didn't react, and now you want to react.
She shouldn't be talking. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like afterwards, I guess when it, like you said, when it all sinks in, like maybe you start getting more and more heated that you didn't react and you didn't have that like fight instinct, and it was kind of like didn't do nothing instinct. But
yeah.
I guess when she got back at the house, I don't know. I probably would have been throwing pots and pans at her or something if it really sunk in afterwards. Finish her off.
It would have sunk in when she threw the water in my face.
That's what I'm saying. But like you said, maybe like her, she had a delayed reaction.
Yeah, she probably had a delayed reaction. That
happened. Yeah. So then they go back to the house and Mia's basically seeming like she's fine. I thought what's her name got her flight home. She didn't seem to go home. It was kind of like, what happened to the flight that the husband got her?
That's what I said. I was like, girl, you ain't going nowhere. Wendy is not going nowhere. This is a trip paid by Bravo, most likely. You guys are staying and you need your check.
Exactly. Get your job. Get the job done. I know that's what the producers say.
Exactly. So they probably told her, look, you're not going to get paid for this episode if you decide to go home.
Yeah. Like, come on, bring it. This is a part of the show. It's getting juicy now. You going to leave?
And we got 3 more episodes to shoot in Miami. So you're not going to get 3 checks. Do you really want to do that? No. Okay. Yes,
substantiate your existence, okay?
Yeah.
So then, they convince her. Like Ashley knocks on the door of Wendy, basically to have her back. Like you said, I like Ashley's response.
I did. She was nice. She was very supportive, and she definitely showed whose side she was on. There was no guessing.
Yeah, but I mean, do you think that it was contradictory that with Ashley, they saying that, she was writing a letter for Monique when it happened with Candiace, when Candiace got the water thrown in her, she got hit.
She got hair pulled and beat.
Yeah,
So I see why they said it, but it's the same situation as Ashley didn't like Candiace.
Yeah.
And that was her way of getting back at her. And there was scenes in the past where Candiace was very aggressive towards Ashley when she had the knife and pointed it in Ashley's face at the dinner party. So I think it was, again, if I don't like you, I'm gonna side with the person I like.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, she and Monique were cool. They were getting to know each other. They had both of them had kids, and she was beefing with Candiace regarding Michael, husband, and all this stuff. So, of course, she sided with Monique. And let's not forget, Ashley wasn't there when Monique and Candiace had that brawl. Ashley was in the bathroom. She didn't really know what happened.
Oh yeah, she did. Yeah, she was in the bathroom. That's why it's even more of a like, how you writing letters and you wasn't even there? That's even more of a problem.
Because you're gonna support your friend. You're gonna be like, "Oh, she's that type of person." The thing is, with Ashley's situation, I kind of understand because she saw this after it was aired. If I'm having beef with somebody, one, I don't like you. Two, I've seen you aggressive multiple times compared to my friend. But when I come to the bathroom, there's a brawl, and my friend's like, "Oh, she threw a glass at me. She did this." I'm gonna believe my friend or the person I saw that was less confrontational.
Yeah.
So I think that's why she just jumped in and believed Monique. And maybe after it aired, it was like, "Oh, damn, Monique, that kind of did pull her hair first." And, it was already too late. She wasn't there. So I understand that part.
Yeah, I guess so. That's true. Like, they just don't like each other. I just wish that they would say it instead of like beating around the bush and stuff like that. But
Robin said it to her when they had the burning session. She said, "I don't like you." Then she mentioned to Wendy she let's just keep it the way it is. Basically, I don't F with you. Let's move on.
So he did, but I mean, when it comes to the water being thrown in Wendy's face, stop making excuses saying that Wendy provoked the situation. That's what everybody's up in arms about, is that how much of a hypocrite they seem because they keep saying that Wendy was wrong when it was obviously that Mia was wrong. So I think that's where the hypocrisy comes in, where it just seems so evident that they're not saying that the main reason is that you just don't like Wendy. Stop saying that the situation was provoked, like I said before, but they not. They just making excuses.
Correct.
So yeah, so the next morning comes, and that's when Karen like goes to Mia and tells her like, well, she was on the phone with Wendy first, speaking to Wendy about Wendy didn't leave. She's at another place, another resort or Airbnb somewhere in the area. And Karen tells Wendy that she wants her to come out for her birthday. It's her birthday, and she wants to spend it with her too, along with everyone else. So then she goes to Mia to tell Mia that she wants Wendy to come, and do you have a problem with it? And Mia says, basically, yes, she has a problem, but it's her birthday, but just keep it separate.
Yeah, that was too soon, and the part of me was like, "Is Karen trying to be messy?" I get it. I wasn't too sure if it was really messiness or she wanted them there for her birthday, but it was way too soon. It was like a couple of hours, not even 2 or 3 days. And I think the producers wanted to hopefully get them together to see more mess.
Yeah, I think that it was also that like Karen just doesn't really know how, and she seems good, I guess, like how they expected her to mediate the situation, but Karen just seems like she was like straddling the fence, and she definitely did not know how to handle the mediation part of this situation. Like she shouldn't have asked. Like she should have went to Mia and said, "Listen, I'm gonna go out with her for a little while. I'll go out with you for a little while. Is that okay? You good? I know you organized this trip, but I wouldn't have been trying to get everybody together like so soon, or I would have just tried to test the waters at least." She was just like, "Let's bring everybody together. Bam, that's it." Like, no, that's not how you mediate a situation, because then you'll cause like an explosion.
Correct. So that's why I was like, I don't know if Karen was being messy, because it didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, and Mia immediately shut that down and was like, "Yeah, no, you can do your own thing and come by later. I understand it's your birthday. Have fun." Basically, she just kind of told her they'll meet afterwards.
Yeah, I'm happy Mia said that and didn't say, "Oh yeah, sure, let her come," because then we would have known this was like definitely fake.
And then and Mia was trying to pull it out of Karen, like she just feels like she's not on her side and she's not supporting her. And she was telling Karen that she feels like she's more supportive of Wendy and not of her. And I mean, I get what Mia's saying. I get it. Like I just feel like Karen isn't like she's not. She's like in the middle, and she's not saying who's wrong. Just say who's wrong. Don't say both are wrong.
Yeah. No, I agree. I know Karen knows that Mia's wrong. But it seems like she's kind of scared to say that Mia's 100% wrong.
Yeah, so
she knows the type of person Mia is. Look at what just with Karen saying they're both wrong. Look how Mia's reacting. Can you imagine? She said, "Oh, you were totally wrong in this."
Mm-hmm.
It would not have gone well. So I think she values their friendship, where she's like, maybe I won't really go into it with her.
Yeah, and I like that Karen, even though she's straddling the fence when it comes to like not wanting to tell either one of them who's right, who's wrong, and she's trying to be there also for Wendy, because it seems like they're ostracizing Wendy. Like Wendy's kind of like alone on the island by herself. So I liked that. One thing Karen did do is make sure, like, I'm gonna go check on Wendy. Y'all both wrong, but I'm gonna go check on Wendy and go see what's up with her. And then Candiace and Ashley kind of follow, but I felt like Karen was the ringleader with that.
Yeah, I thought that was nice of her too. Like, I'm okay, you're my friend, but Wendy's my friend too. Let me check on her. I thought that was nice of the three of them.
Yeah. So they all went out to eat, and then they were all talking about Peter comes up again. Peter is like loving this attention that he's getting on the show because his name is mentioned once again when Wendy, Ashley, and Candiace meet up for lunch.
I don't know if I really believe the story
that Wendy said.
Wendy, I don't know if how much I believe or how much she knows, because with Peter out of the, because from what it looked like, Peter and Mia is cool.
Yeah.
He called her, he FaceTimed her, he invited over, he spoke to her. He didn't seem like they had any conflict. So you're saying Peter told you he has conflict because Mia did send to his ex-girlfriend? I don't know. And he don't mess with them.
I do believe that something did happen, because the story, when somebody tells like an in-depth story, like, I don't know, I tend to believe that some of it is true and that maybe it was a little embellished. But I do believe, like, because she said they went away, he had a girlfriend, and it might be an ex-girlfriend. Maybe that's why it's water under the bridge. And Mia might have been acting like some kind of, like, bitch to her. Like, to me,
it was nothing to tell the girls. It was more like, Peter said he doesn't mess with Mia because of something that happened with his ex-girlfriend. But was it something? Like, what is the secret? What was the big, you tell
but
me
it didn't, that's what I'm saying. I think it didn't mean, like you said, I think it was nothing, but I think Wendy's trying to make it seem like it is something, because she doesn't, like, she's trying to make a point that Mia's kind of sucking his, like, butt, like trying to, like, get in close with Peter. Yeah, but listen, Peter don't even like you. He just told me he got a problem with you. I would have did the same thing, because I'm good at embellishing stories. So, like I said before, like, I'm going to say, like, why are you, like, all up Peter's ass? Like, he doesn't like you. He just said he has a problem with you and you treat his girlfriend badly. Like, stop. So I think that was her point in saying that. That's why I do believe it.
Maybe, but it was more like, okay. I mean, I felt like, okay, where's the story going? The whole point is she threw water in your face. So I think that's
but it was over Peter. Like she said, Peter?
Oh, like Peter, and he doesn't like you. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the part that I got. And she just wanted to, like, put out some tea that was like a little lukewarm, wasn't hot tea. So so then they go back to Gizelle and them on the beach, and Gizelle asked Mia about taking a shower with her BFF that's there. Do you take showers when you away with your friends?
Definitely not. And I don't understand when she's like, oh, did you guys ever mess around? She's like, no, you're taking showers with your friend, but you guys never messed around. Like, what kind? And you on vacation. It's not like you're trying to save water. Like I didn't understand. It did not sound right.
Something is definitely fishy about that situation. The friend wasn't really speaking up either. Maybe that's why that friend is so like, you know, maybe she enjoys the sex or whatever, the fluidity of their relationship.
I don't know what was going on, but it didn't sound right to me. Like if you're taking a shot, you're both naked and there nothing's happening.
And then what is the reason? Like, why is this the norm? Is this what you do with your friends? Like, she didn't really give an explanation. Like, I would have been like, if that was the norm for me and my friends, I would have been like, so what? Like, we always take showers together. Me and my friends, that's what we do. Like, y'all don't take shot. Like, I don't know. They didn't really give an explanation, like, as to like, I guess they don't need to.
It was weird. I have not. And how big are these showers there were? It's to me, it made no sense.
And I would have liked. And then was Gizelle watching? Like, I would have been curious. Like, is there hand touching, finger popping? Like, I would have wanted to. Like, I would have been like, what did Gizelle see? Was they washing each other? Like, what did you see?
That's nothing. Because when they showed, Gizelle wasn't even near them, and I don't think she was close enough to see. She just saw two figures in the shower.
Well, you would know it was dumb. But if you saw two figures,
see what they were doing. I don't know, but the whole thing. But then I'm like, why would Mia lie? There's no reason she wasn't. Maybe she lied because she don't want her husband to think they're doing it because they're always around each other. Something's fishy with that story.
I just wish that Gizelle would have watched a little bit longer. I just think whatever she saw, she could have got some more tea for us. Like, I wanted to know, was they washing each other's asses? Like, what were they doing? Even if you see in figures, you're gonna see the shadows moving and like doing so. Like, I want to see more. Give us more.
Separate figures instead of one figure intertwined. But yeah, then that's why I don't understand. Gizelle said, "Oh, taking showers," but you didn't see anything. So yeah. Joanne said, definitely can't mediate a situation between two feelings during a group setting because it will be some tenseness and awkwardness in the atmosphere for everyone. She's right. It's kind of hard, especially if you're that one person trying to mediate and it's a group setting.
Yeah, I've tried that before, and sometimes I just like give up and throw in the towel, and I'm like, I'm not.
Well, you start arguing with one of them.
Exactly. And then if you don't see it going anywhere, it's kind of like, I don't got time for this. I don't even want to put my brain power into this. I just want to drink and have a good time. Like how they was doing, they want to get dessert. Like, I'm not trying to do all of this work tonight. I'm trying to come out to have a good time. I'm not trying to play judge, jury, and mediator here.
Yeah, if I was Calvin and said anything either, maybe you want to see a little bit of drama. Sometimes you want to see a little argument.
Yeah, but I want to sit back and watch it. I don't want to be in the middle of it trying to mediate. Like, that's the one thing. Like, I don't want to do a job when I'm out. Like, I'd rather sit back and watch the argument like take place and see the sparks and fireworks, but I don't want to be in the midst of it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so then they still out eating. Gizelle, they get Candiace meets up with the rapper. Trina.
Yeah, Trina. Oh, yeah. The song was nice.
It was, right? I liked it too when it was playing. I was like, okay.
I like her, so I like the other one, Come Back or something like that.
Yes. Drive Back. I don't know.
I listened to more than once. I like her songs. Well, that one. I don't know. I didn't listen to the album.
Yeah, I don't know if they're promoting it right because I don't hear it on the radio. I don't hear it when I'm streaming. Like, it doesn't come on the radio stations that I listen to, and I don't hear it. Like, they need to make it go viral. You know how all of these songs that like become hits because people are doing like dances to them. Like, yeah, like people should be doing TikToks or something to it. Like, where's her management team? Like, where's the viral like
dance in order for them to start the TikTok?
No, but people create
dance, maybe.
Yeah, a lot of people create their own. That's what I'm saying. She should create their own dance. Get somebody else to create a dance. Like, maybe, like, I just don't understand why I do like the music, but it just doesn't seem like it's like
getting any buzz. Yeah, if she had all the girls on the show, all her friends, she created a dance for it, it would hit. But I don't know what they're doing. She got bad publicist or promoter or whatever.
Exactly. If she had me on her team, I would have been creating dances, getting other people to create dances. They doing it all wrong. So I thought it was nice though how Wendy was supporting her, gave a little speech like to encourage Candiace, and Trina seemed really nice. Like I did like that moment.
Yeah, I did like that moment. I was thinking like, I like that scene, and I think Wendy and her have an actually good friendship. Hopefully, this show doesn't screw it up.
Oh wait, but I skipped over the part where Mia goes to the car and tells
Oh yeah, when they were on their way to leave to go see Wendy. I didn't understand what I had to rewind 3 times because I didn't hear what Mia said to them in the car. Was
me
it me?
too. I didn't understand either.
Okay, I thought it was just me. I was like, what? I rewind. What did she say to them? And then obviously it was something about don't come back in that house because that's what they said. I'm like, what the hell did Mia say? I didn't understand what she said, and they didn't have the subtitles.
But she did say that. That's exactly what she said. She said, when you go out, when you come back, find another place to stay. That's what she said.
Oh, that's what she said? I didn't know what she said.
Yeah, then remember, like, and then they all started to respond. And Ashley was like, she's going to bring her size 13 feet over here. And I see she's learning from Candiace with the shade. She's going to bring her size 13 feet over here as a full-grown woman and tell me what I can and cannot do.
Yeah,
and I would do the same thing.
I like Ashley this episode. She's like, you're being petty. So Ashley went in this episode. She was being petty.
But I do like that Gizelle did explain to Mia that no, like they all kind of did say like that was kind of like over the top. And then Mia to even explain yourself and say that. And then I guess she thought like everybody was going to rally around her. But that was some kind of nerve to actually tell them like they were supposed to check in with her like she's the godfather before they go out with someone else that they choose to go out with. They got to ask her. And then she's like, I'm going to give Karen a pass because she did tell me, but the others didn't tell me.
People that are the hosts for trips really take this as having power, control of everyone on the trip. And it seems like that's what Mia was doing. Like, this is my trip. You got to follow my rules. You got to do what I say, when I say, how I say, where I say. So I think that's what it is. It's like, it's my trip. I don't like Wendy. Me and her had a conversation. We all don't like Wendy. I think she's one of those types of people. So I think that's when she felt disrespected that Ashley and what's the other one? Ashley and Candiace went with Wendy instead of going with her and the other ladies to the beach.
But to actually tell me that I can't come back to the house, like, I would have got, and they took it very well because I would have opened up the door and I would have been like, I'm coming back here, bitch. Like, I would have said something like really like out of line. Like, they took it well. They sat in the car and they were kind of like,
they don't mind because they know they were coming back. And Ashley and Mia are friends. So she was like, whatever. She's like, you're being real petty now. I think Ashley didn't want to go there with her. But
to kick me out, you wouldn't have said anything. You would have sat in the car and not said anything if somebody came over in.
Well, I would have said something, yes. But I think they didn't really care because whatever. We like Candiace like, close the door. Like, whatever, we're coming back.
Yeah, maybe I
would entertain it. I don't think if I would entertain that for
maybe I shouldn't. Maybe like my friend said, everything doesn't deserve a reaction. I would have reacted if she would have had the nerve to come over there and tell me what I can and cannot do and close the door. I would have opened up that door, stood out there. It would have been a scene.
I don't know if I would have made a scene or not about that. It all depends. All depends how close I was with the person. It all depends how I felt that particular moment. Because I could have been like Candiace, like, whatever. All right, fine, bye. You having your moment. I'll let you, have your moment.
Mm-hmm.
So Joanne said, hi, Kaya. She said, yes, I'm nosy too. I want to know more about the shower scene. Expand on it for the audience.
Exactly. They skip right over that. I would have been up there seeing where the shadows are going. Is it going in between legs? It just wasn't. I would want to know, what are they doing in this shower together?
Well, they didn't. Gizelle probably couldn't see. I don't know.
Yeah, so I mean, it wasn't much more to happen after that scene with the Trina situation. They played the song, then they were back at the house, and
what about the beach? You saw Robin, thirsty bucket.
Yeah,
to me, one of them looked kind of gay. They looked like they were gay, but anyway. The guy with the muscles, and she was like touching, squeezing him, and she's like, "Oh, I've never felt muscle like that in a while." I'm like, "Don't you have a man?" Like, she acted like she was single, did not have one. She was just like, Do you remember? And then Giselle's like, "Oh, I see Robin like the young men. Young men. I don't know if Ronald's gonna be happy about it, but I love it." I said,
Yeah.
"Lord, the girl was thirst bucket."
But they wanted her. That's why I said before, something ain't right about that relationship. I think Wendy was onto something when she said, you don't even have a real relationship. I think she does, but I don't know. It's something fishy about that. I think they staying together for the kids. But so
Yeah,
I think she was, huh?
She was a little too thirsty in that episode. That I was like, oh my god, like whatever your fiance sees this, it's like, do you get any at home? That's what I thought. She's not getting nothing at home because she was like,
I don't think so. That's what I'm saying. I think that's what I'm saying. Like, there's too many signs that their marriage is just not that like loving behind closed doors. That's why I say I think they're together for the kids. And then when she sees somebody else, she's mesmerized because she don't get that kind of like that look at home. He's probably like walking around there, not even showing her no attention. I don't know.
and he doesn't look like he's that out of shape. Because she's like, oh,
I
I haven't
know.
seen this like that in a while. I'm like, well, damn.
If I was one and I was her husband, I saw that, I would be so like.
Exactly. Can you imagine if a man did that, saw a woman and touch her? Oh, I haven't seen a body like that in years.
Robin would have been pissed, okay?
And social media would attack them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Double standard.
That was too much. That was too extra.
Yeah. So I mean, it wasn't much after that. They were back at the house, and Mia's best friend approaches Karen and tells Karen that and it was like almost like the best friend is like a lap dog, like kind of like in Atlanta Housewives when Sheree had that lap dog friend. It seemed like Mia's friend is the little lap dog too, because Mia's sitting right there, and then she's like the puppet, like for her puppeteer, saying like, listen, Mia has a problem with you, is that you went out with Wendy and she has an issue with you. And then Mia's like just standing there with her Botoxed face and lips. And then she's like,
filler face. Oh my God. She should have not been on camera looking like that.
They don't need to do no close-ups of her at all with no makeup on. Don't do that. Cameraman, shady cameraman.
Yeah, she look crazy. So yeah, she is her lap dog. And I want Mia made a comment like, oh, if my girl, she's driving a Porsche, that's good. Like my friends, that's my friend. I got it. She got it. I think that maybe that girl's hanging around because Mia helps her financially or something. Because I wouldn't be friends with Mia because she talks crazy to that girl, has no respect for her, and you could tell Mia thinks she's better than her.
I think so too, and that is probably why. Because, like you said, when she was like, "I don't feel right. I'm doing something wrong if my friend isn't driving a Porsche." Like, I mean, I guess maybe that's how she is with her friend. She's very uplifting, and she's gonna share the wealth or whatever, which seems a little like, I don't know. But the friend, I think there is, and that's why I say it goes back to when Gizelle saw the shower scene. Maybe the sex with Mia, the little whatever she getting, the feel ups and whatever she getting from Mia in these showers, maybe that's what's keeping her happy too. That's why if I was Gizelle, I would have been wanting to see what else is going on in the shower, because this best friend, something is keeping her being a lap dog like this.
So with the showers, I don't know if I would care if they were doing anything, but with the girl, it's perks. Now she's on TV. Who knows what else? Mia's probably trying to get on
but
the
then
show.
she's on TV being a lap dog. You're not on even TV yet. Maybe later on, because they saying that in the later on episodes, this best friend is going to they're gonna have some conflict because she's gonna turn on her later. So maybe that's what's gonna come later. But I don't want to be on TV being a lap dog. I'm gonna be on TV. I'm gonna bring it from this. Like when she said to the friends at the table, like, listen, if I wasn't, childhood friends with Mia, I wouldn't even be friends with her. She should have carry on from there. Like, it's almost like she didn't just say that. Like, that was shady, and she should have kept the shade going, is what I'm saying. Like, it's almost she threw out shade, and now you kind of kissing her ass. Like, which one is it?
Correct. But we'll see later on, because she is a lap dog off camera. It's gonna be hard to withdraw from that. She's probably trying to be like, let me appease her for a little bit. Let me get some of these scenes in, because she goes and Mia might be like, I don't want her filming with me anymore. Because Mia is one of the cast members. She's just a friend of the show. If Mia's not feeling her, she could be like, no, I don't want her filming me. So I think she's like, okay, let me take it. I'm on episode 2. Okay, I'm already in episode 3. Let me get a little spotlight. Let people remember my face. Let me be a little recognizable. Let me be a little recognizable.
Yes. And that's why, again, if I was Gizelle, I would want to at least rule out maybe it's the finger popping in the shower that's going on, that she keep being a lap dog. Maybe she's getting something going on, what I'm saying, that's keeping her being the way she is. And I would want to rule that out. That's why I would be concerned.
TV, you're saying, because right now we know she's doing it, stay on the show. But prior to TV, how did you get to that point?
No, that's what I'm saying. Something is odd about their relationship. I think they are sexing and doing some, huh?
I think so too. Just weird to be taking shit. But now, why not admit it though? Why not admit it?
Because Mia's married. Maybe the husband's not. It would be two-timing the husband because she's not bringing this relationship to him. Yeah, maybe she's supposed to be bringing, because I guess they do have threesomes, but maybe she's keeping this threesome, this chick to herself. She's not bringing the chick to be a part of the threesome. So I don't know. That's just my
I agree.
Theory. So that's basically it. Is that, you know, they were back at the house and it ends there.
That's how it ended. I could have sworn there was more, but I guess not. And then I did see a clip of next episode. Did you?
Finally, they showing a clip of the next episode.
Yeah. So Robin, I don't know how that's gonna come, but she's gonna rat out Candiace. That's like the most interesting thing that's gonna happen next episode.
But it wasn't even like that. Actually, I'm gonna put that video on our short on as a short. But it wasn't even like she didn't say anything. It's almost like what's her name on Married to Medicine? What's the woman's name that going? Yeah, it's like what Heavenly does. Like she does go on YouTube and kind of shades the cast and kind of like, you know, these bees ain't nothing, and they like she was just saying like general stuff. It wasn't nothing that was juicy.
Oh, well, I don't know. I didn't see it yet. So I know.
But they played it from that clip. They did play it. It was like, yeah, it was. I could see if she was. I thought she was talking on the phone, and she was like talking about like, you know, people throwing shade.
That's why I thought she was talking to Robin.
No, that was an Instagram live she did.
Oh, that's stupid. Anybody could have seen that.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody saw it. It's an Instagram live. That same clip that they played, it's online. It's on her live.
Oh, that's
it's stupid. Not. It was nothing juicy.
So what the heck? I thought it was something she caught Candiace saying while the other one's hearing, or
no,
you know, with Robin one-on-one conversation.
But I guess it's like with Heavenly, you know how they all got mad because she's talking about them and saying like this one does that. But what's her name? Candiace was talking more general, like these bees are just like, they just want to start these businesses and then it flops. Then they want to come on TV and get this check. She wasn't saying anything that was like that was mine. Yeah, she wasn't saying anything that was explosive. So I don't like, it wasn't even as bad as Heavenly.
So what the hell is Robin's just trying to stir up drama?
Exactly.
Trying to start something and keep her spot. Because I thought it was juicier than that. I was like, ooh.
No.
That nobody know about. So, and then here goes Karen storming off. So we'll find out about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was it. I don't think anything else happened in this episode.
Yeah. Nope. Nothing else.
So we'll just tune in for the next episode. Thank you for watching. Continue to like, subscribe, comment, share our video, and stay tuned to watch us for the next episode of Housewives of Potomac. Bye.
Toodles.